Okay. So, um, let's say we want to start. We have some file, and I only want to read like particular parts of it. Um, Specifically, like in certain contexts, like if a file has like a title or a header or like a table of contents or something. I want to read the stuff after that. Um, and I want to read every line after that or some lines after or whatever. You can use this read line um, thingamajig. So it's a little bit different from read lines because read line reads one line at a time, and it's just a little bit more useful when we are, sorting through some information. So, for example, I have this file called stuff.txt, and we could see, like, I don't know, it's like the amount of like fox fur or pelts or whatever that they produced in some stupid town called Hopedale, I guess, in the years 1834 to 1842. So, like, this is 1834, 1835, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 1842. So it's by a year. Not too important, but whatever. So, okay. Like, we have this file, and it's got a clear set of data. These values here. Those are the felts produced in whatever particular year. Or pelts, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. Um, so, those are the things that I'm interested in. And notice the first two lines above it start with the hash symbol, the hashtag symbol, right? Or the pound symbol. So that's something a good programmer would note. Oh, all the data I want comes directly underneath these two lines with the hash symbol. So, okay. And then each other piece of data appears on an individual line. So what we can do is say, all right, this header, the stuff I'm not really interested in, ends or has a final line with that hash symbol. So we can use this read line technique, which I'll show you, to skip the things in the header and then go line by line, processing the actual data, the number of pelts produced that year. So here's how we can do this. I'm gonna use the other way of creating our a variable for the file. So I'm gonna say with, and we're gonna open up the stuff.txt file, and we're gonna open that up as, oh whoops, I gotta put the quotes around it. And I might as well put the read thing as, what should we call it? We'll call it the stuff file. Now, I'm going to use our read line method. So here's how it works. We just say, we take our stuff file variable and then dot read line. Okay. So what this is going to do is read some stuff and skip the lines that we're gonna specify later. So, all right, how do we specify what we want to get rid of? Well, um, we're focusing on the data of this file, the numerical data. So these values here. So you can come up with a variable called data. That's the thing we want to focus on. And it's in this file, it's in the stuff file. And since it's in there, I'm going to read through the line. But we are going to strip some parts out of it. And I'm going to strip out the parts with that hashtag. So what we're going to say is while data dot, and we're going to use something called the starts with method. Starts with the hashtag. So this is literally saying while the data variable is reading through our stuff file. It's reading through that entire file currently, stripping out the new line parts. And then we're saying, all right, while the parts that we're reading in data start with that hash symbol, while that stuff starts with the hash symbol, what we can do is we're going to take the value of data, set it equal to the stuff file, and we're going to read through the line, sure, and then we're going to continue to strip the stuff after that and before that. So this is basically, it's going to keep reading and skipping the lines that have those hash symbols until we get it's going to go through, skip the stuff with the hash symbols, and then read the data parts. So now that I know that my data is now it's only reading those number parts, I can make another variable, total pelts, I guess, because that's what the data actually is. And we're just going to convert, because remember, it's a text file, so technically it's recognizing them as strings. So we're going to take all those string values and convert them into integers with the int function. And then we're going to have another loop. So for each data in the file, stuff file, the total number of pelts is going to be equal to, well, and then we're going to use that typical summation thing, or we use the previous value and then add it with the integer value of the data where we strip out each piece of new line. That dot strip is just taking the new line part out of it. So now we're pretty much done. We can just exit the whole with thing. Now we're almost there. Print out, and we're going to have the total number of pelts that is equal to total pelts. So now when we run it, it has summed up the number of pelts in our file. So it just skips the stuff with the hashtags, goes right towards this stuff. Then what we do is like strip the new line part out of it. Since it's skipping each line, we know that when we're reading through that file, it's kind of recognizing there's a new line, that /n symbol there, like we saw in the previous examples. So whenever we use that dot strip, we're just stripping that part out and converting those string values into integers. So this is a nice program to go through like a particular section of the file, collecting all the information we need, the numerical values, and then, in this case, summing them all up so we know the total number of pelts that we have. Just a quick example on how we can take data from these text files and use them.